What's happening, fight fans around the world? I know how y'all are. I know y'all enjoy this thing of boxing. I know we play games and people have their issues and people have opinions. It's cool too. I got opinions and I'm allowed to say my opinions or speak my opinion. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked, because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always ready. Wide open, ready to go. It's called.
Career, he's really been hurt. He's gone down before one time, but there was a perfect left hand. Roy never saw it coming. Roy is out. And Roy may be out of boxing.
And that's why Tarver wanted to be the counterpuncher, because he answered Roy's right hand.
Roy Jones recently stirred the pot by saying Sugar Ray Leonard would have beaten Floyd Mayweather in a dream matchup, mainly because Leonard was more aggressive and mentally tougher. Speaking on the ATS Fight podcast, Jones praised Leonard's fighting spirit, saying many people didn't realize how dangerous he really was. He also said Mayweather didn't have the same killer instinct. The comments sparked a lot of buzz in the boxing world, and it didn't take long for Mayweather to fire back with a public response.
Floyd Mayweather were to fight, and I must say Roy Jones is my favorite fighter ever. He's my favorite fighter ever. You guys know I was a huge fanboy and all those things. I've said it repeatedly. But if they were to fight, I'll be rooting on Floyd Mayweather, man. I can't. Listen, regardless of how many times I've criticized Floyd and his career or whatever, Tim T has always shown me love, man. Floyd Mayweather
chose not to respond with words. Instead, he let a silent video do the talking. The clip began with footage of Roy Jones Jr. getting knocked out by fighters like Antonio Tarver, Glenn Johnson, Danny Green, and Enzo Maccarinelli. Then, it cut to scenes of Mayweather's high-end cars, private jets, flashy jewelry, and luxurious lifestyle. Without a single caption or statement, the message was loud and clear. While Jones has a history of losses, Mayweather remains undefeated and wealthy. The video served as a bold, wordless reply to Jones's remarks.
Musty energy.
Lord child, the man Floyd Money Mayweather is watching video of Roy Jones getting knocked out. Yeah, man. Roy Jones absolutely getting cooked. And all this is because Floyd Money Mayweather is upset at Roy Jones Jr. for Roy saying that Floyd could not beat a prime Sugar Ray Leonard. Lord child.
Soon after the video made the rounds, reports surfaced that Mayweather had privately told his team he's open to an exhibition match with Roy Jones Jr. This marked a shift from just responding to actually thinking about a potential fight. People close to Mayweather confirmed he's seriously considering it, though nothing has been officially announced. Jones didn't waste time replying. He said he's ready whenever Mayweather is. He also challenged whether Mayweather really wants to fight or is just trying to make a point with edited videos. Jones was clear. If Mayweather wants to prove something, they should do it in the ring.
I think, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Chavez was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could have retired at 80-0. You go ever top that? No. He just didn't stop, right? You got to 50 and you stopped because of Rocky Marciano.
Right.
So Rocky died. If he wasn't there, he probably would have kept going too. So and then at the end, you fight a guy that's 0-0 for number 50? How can I?
The ongoing tension between Roy Jones Jr. and Floyd Mayweather has reignited a classic debate in boxing. What truly defines greatness? Roy Jones Jr. was once considered the most naturally gifted boxer of his generation. He captured titles from middleweight all the way up to heavyweight. An incredible feat at his best, he was nearly untouchable, known for lightning-fast reflexes, creative combinations, and total dominance. But after jumping to heavyweight and then cutting back down, his performance declined. He stayed in the ring too long, took serious punishment, and suffered knockout losses that many feel damaged his legacy. His overall record is still strong, but the late career setbacks changed how some fans remember him. Floyd Mayweather took a different approach. He built his career on precision, both in the ring and in business. He retired undefeated at 50-0, carefully managing every aspect of his career, from who he fought to how the contracts were structured. Critics argue he avoided risky opponents or waited until big names got older, but the facts remain. He beat everyone he faced and barely took any damage in the process. His defensive style, ring IQ, and career planning kept him at the top for over 2 decades. At the core of their disagreement isn't just the question of whether Sugar Ray Leonard would have beaten Mayweather, it's a battle between two mindsets. Jones believes greatness is about facing the toughest opponents, win or lose. He admires fighters like Leonard, who took on legends such as Marvin Hagler, Thomas Hearns, and Roberto Duran, even when the odds weren't in his favor. For Jones, fighting the best is what makes a fighter great, regardless of the outcome. Mayweather sees greatness through a different lens. To him, it's about staying undefeated, maximizing earnings, and building a lasting legacy without taking unnecessary damage. He points to victories over major names like Manny Pacquiao, Canelo Alvarez, Oscar de la Hoya, and Shane Mosley as proof he didn't avoid challenges. In Mayweather's view, no one else has mastered the mix of skill, strategy, and business the way he has. This back and forth isn't just about two fighters. It speaks to a deeper question in boxing history. Is a fighter's legacy defined by a perfect record or by their willingness to risk everything against the best?
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate.
This isn't the first time Roy Jones Jr. has taken shots at Floyd Mayweather's legacy. Back in 2018, Jones made similar comments, saying Mayweather was a master at making money, but not necessarily the greatest boxer. He even argued that his own prime was more impressive. Mayweather didn't respond back then, but it's likely he remembered. So when Jones brought up Sugar Ray Leonard again recently, it felt like another chapter in a long-running rivalry. But this time, Mayweather didn't stay silent. His video, highlighting Jones's knockout losses followed by flashy displays of his own wealth, sparked instant reactions in the boxing world. TalkSport called the video cold and calculated. Boxing News 24 criticized it as classless, but admitted it made a strong statement. Fans were split. Some said Jones provoked it and Mayweather simply clapped back. Others thought it went too far, arguing that mocking another legend's toughest moments was disrespectful. On social media, the response was mixed. Many found it bold and in line with Mayweather's confident image. Others saw it as petty and lacking sportsmanship. Either way, the moment reignited old debates and reminded everyone just how personal legacy can be in boxing.
Money, so important. Why do you always come back to the dollars? People want to know.
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. You can't take your wife on a date for free.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest, and I'm a good person, and I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. And without money, I'd be the same person. I fought so many fights for free.
This isn't a new situation. Roy Jones Jr. has been questioning Floyd Mayweather's legacy for years, dating back to 2018 when he said Mayweather was great at making money but not the best boxer. While Mayweather stayed silent back then, it's clear he didn't forget. Jones's recent remarks about Sugar Ray Leonard were just more of the same, continuing a pattern he's followed for a while. This time, though, Mayweather responded with a silent video showing Jones's knockout losses followed by his own luxurious lifestyle, sparking immediate reactions. TalkSport called the video cold and calculated, while Boxing News 24 labeled it disrespectful but effective. Fans were divided. Some felt Jones invited the response with his comments, while others thought it was wrong for Mayweather to mock another legend's low points. Social media echoed that split, with some praising the boldness and others criticizing the lack of respect.
And not Floyd Mayweather. Why isn't he in the top 5?
Floyd Mayweather, he's running the whole 12 rounds and he won the fight.
Manny, who are the top 5 fighters you ever fought, you think?
Barrera, Morales, Marquez, De La Hoya, Cotto,
A Mayweather versus Jones exhibition wouldn't be a competitive matchup, mainly because they fought in different weight classes and are in very different physical condition today. Mayweather has remained lighter and more disciplined in retirement, while Jones has put on weight and lost speed. Still, this kind of fight wouldn't be about current ability. it would be about legacy, pride, and entertainment. It's the type of spectacle that draws attention not for the action in the ring, but for the names involved. And with both fighters still having strong fan bases, there's no doubt it would generate major interest and a big payday.
No, he was a social media blowout. He blew it away. You feel me? And that fit his character because he could do it.
There's no confirmed date or signed contract yet, but both Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr. have shown real interest in making the fight happen. If it goes forward, it will be an exhibition match, featuring shorter rounds, no official winner, and safety-focused rules. Still, it could be Mayweather's most high-profile exhibition to date, since Jones is a true Hall of Famer and once held the pound-for-pound top spot. The hype would center around their legendary careers, unique styles, and the current tension between them. Both teams are watching public reaction closely, and with growing buzz from recent videos and media coverage, interest appears strong. Mayweather's camp prioritizes events that create major headlines, and this one checks that box. Jones has already said he's ready if Floyd is serious, so while nothing is official yet, this matchup is becoming more likely.
I would not be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez because that's not the same Pacquiao.
Of course.
That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game. Yeah, but in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever.
Of course.
This latest exchange feels different because of the context behind it. Mayweather's silent video showing Roy Jones Jr.'s worst knockouts wasn't just a random jab. It seemed like the result of years of pent-up frustration finally boiling over. Jones had taken repeated shots at Mayweather's legacy, and while Floyd stayed quiet in the past, this time he responded with a message that spoke volumes. Without tagging Roy or saying a word, Mayweather dropped the video on Fight Hype, followed by clips of his luxury cars, yachts, watches, and mansions. It felt deliberate and personal. TalkSport described it as cold and left fans guessing whether Floyd was just trolling or building hype for an actual fight. Boxing News 24 called it classless, noting that for someone who's known for discipline and control, the move felt surprisingly petty. Still, for many fans, it was just typical Mayweather. Flashy, calculated, and impossible to ignore.
We stood for two different things. He was a social media blowout. He blew it away. You feel me? And that fit his character because he could do it, and do things the way he did it. He was smarter. I wanted to play King of the Hill. He didn't care to play King of the Hill. He wanted to play King of the Feet,
course,
which he did.
Adding to the drama, Roy Jones Jr. wasted no time firing back after Mayweather's video went viral. Taking to social media, he challenged Floyd to back up his legacy in the ring and prove he's truly better. Rather than backing down from his Sugar Ray Leonard comments, Jones doubled down, calling Mayweather's video an emotional overreaction rather than a serious response. He made it clear that, in his eyes, true greatness isn't about maintaining a perfect record. It's about taking real risks, stepping into tough fights, and proving yourself against the best, not just protecting an undefeated streak.
If you haven't understood how I believe Devin Haney is more of a GOAT than Floyd Mayweather, I'll break it down one more time. Floyd Joy Mayweather Jr. at 25 had 29 wins, no losses. Devin Haney at 25 has 31 losses. Which one is more? It's a basic numbers game. I don't care if you're a Floyd fan, if you're a Devin Haney fan, it's a basic numbers game. So break it down. That's two more. Devin Haney wins that.
At the core of this feud lies a fundamental disagreement over what defines true greatness in boxing. Roy Jones Jr. represents a bold, risk-taking approach, one that values jumping weight classes, chasing history, and going after the biggest challenges, even at the cost of his record. He won titles from middleweight to heavyweight, including a historic victory over John Ruiz for the WBA heavyweight title. Jones never played it safe. Instead, he pursued legacy over longevity, believing that real greatness comes from courage, not caution. For him, it's not about having a perfect record. It's about taking risks that truly test a fighter's heart and skill.
Crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game. I said, okay. I said, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight?
Mayweather sees greatness through a very different lens, one built on focus, discipline, and total control both inside the ring and in the business surrounding it. He stayed undefeated by carefully managing his career, choosing the right opponents at the right time, avoiding serious damage, and always securing the best deals. With wins over top names like Canelo Alvarez, Manny Pacquiao, Oscar de la Hoya, and Shane Mosley, and titles in 5 weight classes, Mayweather built a legacy defined by perfection. To him and his fans, true greatness means never losing, dominating consistently without missteps. That's where the real debate with Roy Jones Jr. begins. When Jones says Sugar Ray Leonard was meaner than Floyd, he's not denying Mayweather's skill, he's challenging his mindset. Jones sees Leonard as a fighter who took bold risks and chased greatness without fear, while Floyd chose the safer, more strategic route. So the question isn't just who was better, it's what kind of greatness truly matters, the flawless technician or the fearless warrior.
Floyd, but it seems like everybody's afraid to have that O, to have a 1 or a 2 where the O used to be. Ali lost. Sugar Ray lost, Hagler lost, Hearns lost, these guys lost. When did the O become the end all be all?
I think Mayweather, you know, and how he made it big to the public. Like 47.
Beyond all the back and forth, fans are starting to suspect that something bigger might be brewing. Floyd Mayweather has already stepped into the ring for several exhibition bouts against names like Logan Paul, Tenshin Nasukawa, and John Gotti III, while Roy Jones Jr., now 55, fought Mike Tyson in a 2020 exhibition and has openly expressed interest in more, even hinting at a potential clash with Jake Paul. On paper, a Mayweather versus Jones fight seems unlikely. They fought in different weight classes, peaked in different eras, and have contrasting styles. But in the world of Showtime boxing, hype often outweighs logic, and what seems unrealistic can still become a headline-grabbing event.
That's how Floyd is. He's very.
Do you think he's the great? You think he's the greatest? One of the greatest
Every
ever?
great fighter in the world says technically there's nobody better.
Yeah.
Every single.
Easily the best counter puncher.
No,
of all time.
every great
Best
fighter in the world says there's nobody better. But when you're talking about wins,
right?
Not the best heavyweight champ is Mike Tyson.
Right.
I think, right? Like the scariest guy because his force is just so.
It's insane.
Yeah,
but Logan having almost beat Floyd, that's got to put him in the top 3, top 3 greatest.
Mayweather has always been clear. He'll fight if the paycheck is big and the risk is minimal. Roy Jones Jr., while no longer in his prime, still trains consistently and stays in fighting shape. With all the buzz surrounding their recent back and forth, fans are starting to wonder if this could lead to a low-risk, high-reward exhibition bout. It wouldn't require official licenses or titles, just a few rounds between 2 boxing legends, driven by hype and nostalgia. Given Mayweather's history of turning unsanctioned fights into massive paydays, this matchup has all the ingredients to draw millions of viewers and serious money.
See, they upset because I'm able to milk the game. I'm smart, kept all my faculties, made a lot of smart investments. So, you know, when great people like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, the Waltons, the people that own Walmart and Walgreens, when they're getting money in their 50s, their 60s, their 70s, 80s, and even 90s, it's okay.
Social media has played a huge role in this feud, and Mayweather knows exactly how to use it to his advantage. That silent video he posted wasn't just a jab at Roy Jones Jr., it was crafted for viral impact. The combination of Jones's knockout clips and Mayweather's luxurious lifestyle shots was designed to spark conversation, and it did just that across platforms like Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok. Fans quickly picked sides in the ongoing GOAT debate, while even seasoned boxing analysts were divided. Some defended Floyd, saying Jones opened the door by calling out Sugar Ray Leonard. Others saw the video as a sign that Mayweather still takes any criticism personally and feels the need to defend his legacy, even against other retired legends. No matter the opinion, one thing's certain, the video struck a nerve, not just with Roy, but across the entire boxing world.
If you let him move around and do what he want to do, he's going to beat you because he's very explosive and he's very mean.
I was going to say he's mean too.
To me, people don't give him enough credit. People always say, well, Floyd would beat Sugar. No, baby, Floyd is not as near as mean as Sugar was.
You don't think he would have beat him?
How? How you going to keep him off of him? Right. Sugar is a dog. Just because his name Sugar don't mean nothing. Sugar is a dog. People don't give him enough credit for that. You got to think, this is around, between around 13 and 14, I think. Angelo Dundee said, you're blowing it, son. Sugar Leonard got went there and put these things on Tommy Hearns.
For fans familiar with Mayweather's history, His reaction was nothing surprising. He's never been one to engage in interviews or back-and-forth debates. Instead, he speaks through curated content, sharp videos, flashy photos on private jets, or highlight reels from his undefeated career. It's his way of showing he's still in control, always watching, and above the drama. Meanwhile, Roy Jones Jr. hasn't backed down, continuing to speak confidently about what he believes defines true greatness. And he's not alone. Many in the boxing community admire Jones's explosive talent, daring style, and willingness to take risks, even if it meant suffering losses. On the other side, supporters of Mayweather argue that his flawless record, unmatched defense, and long reign at the top make him untouchable in the GOAT conversation.
Okay, well, we're gonna know. In the least amount of fights, I didn't have to have 70 fights, or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
The biggest outcome of the Mayweather-Jones clash is how it's reignited the never-ending GOAT debate in boxing. Each era follows its own set of rules. Fighters like Leonard, Duran, Hearns, and Hagler built their legacies by facing each other at their peak, taking big risks, and accepting both victory and defeat. Mayweather chose a different route, staying undefeated by strategically managing his career, often picking the right time to face big names, sometimes after their prime. That contrast continues to fuel debate over what truly defines greatness. Now, with the renewed tension between Mayweather and Jones, that question is back at the center of boxing conversation.
I've really been building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. I told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business.
What started as a simple comment about Sugar Ray Leonard has exploded into a much bigger conversation about legacy, respect, and how boxing legends are remembered. Mayweather responded without saying a word, just a silent video packed with meaning, while Roy Jones Jr. fired back with confident words and a challenge. Now, the boxing world is once again divided, with fans passionately debating which path to greatness truly matters. Whether or not these two ever actually meet in the ring, the back and forth has already made an impact. So, what do you think? If Mayweather and Jones ever stepped in for an exhibition, who would come out on top? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates. See you in the next one.